Hi everyone, it's Amy, and today in my kitchen I am making a delicious fall treat. And it's super easy to make, and you'll love the different layers that I'm going to combine in this treat. Now, some people like to call this dessert lasagna. Some people get very mad when it's called dessert lasagna. I call it apple delight because that is actually what it is. It is an apple flavored delight of a dessert. First, we're going to start out by making the crust, and it's a simple cinnamon graham cracker crust. So let me show you how to do that, and let's get started. You're going to need a food processor. If you don't have one, don't worry. What you're going to do is you're going to crush those graham crackers into crumbs. And I know in the store you can buy graham cracker crumbs already made into crumbs. So you can do that if you don't have a food processor. In your food processor, you're going to need about 2 cups of graham cracker crumbs, which ends up being about 18 full-size graham crackers. For those of you who do not live in the United States, I'm told digestive biscuits are very similar to a graham cracker. So you're going to put those in the bottom of your food processor. You're going to add in 3 tablespoons of brown sugar, a teaspoon of cinnamon, and let's process these into crumbs. Now we're going to pour in our melted butter, and you'll need about 7 tablespoons of melted butter. We're just going to pulse that a couple times till it's blended. Perfect. You'll need a 13 by 9 baking dish, and we're going to put those crumbs on the bottom of the dish. So just dump them right into the pan. And you want to make sure you get all the crumbs and all the butter out of the bottom. And we're going to press those crumbs just into the bottom. You don't need to worry about going up the sides or anything like that. And the joy of this recipe is that it does not have to bake, so it's also delicious in the summer. And you can swap out that apple flavor for blueberry or cherry or whatever flavor you want, because you're going to see in a minute just how easy this is to make. And I'm going to pop this in the freezer while we make the filling. I'll be right back. Okay, I put the crust into the freezer, and now we're going to make the filling. The first layer in our apple delight lasagna is a cream cheese layer. So we're going to add in 1 block of cream cheese. You want to make sure that it's been softened, 1/2 cup of sugar, and about a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And now you're going to beat this up till it's really smooth. I'm just going to scrape down the sides of the bowl once and then beat it a little bit longer. That looks great. See how smooth and silky that is? All right, now we're going to add in a tub of Cool Whip, which tends to be one of the most controversial ingredients I use in my kitchen. Yes, you can use a stabilized whipped cream that you've made from scratch, but I like the ease of this, and not gonna lie, my grandma taught me to love the taste of it. So I am going to add in, it's about 8 ounces. And we're just gonna mix that on low just until it's combined with the cream cheese. And I just take the spatula to make sure that everything in the bottom is blended. All right, we're going to pour this cheesecake filling over our chilled crust. I'm gonna take an offset spatula here to kind of smooth it out and make it even. The next layer is going to be our apple pie filling. And of course you can use a homemade apple pie filling, but I like this recipe because it is so easy. I have 2 different brands of pie fillings, so they're gonna look a little bit different, but they both taste delicious. All right, and then you're just gonna kind of spread that around as well. We're gonna do 1 more layer of Cool Whip on top. It's a little harder to spread the Cool Whip on to the apple pie filling, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then finally, I've got about a 1/4 cup of chopped nuts that I'm just gonna sprinkle over the top. And now we're gonna put this in the refrigerator for about 4 hours. You can also make it the day in advance and put it in overnight. And we're gonna let all those layers set up, and then we'll cut into it later for dessert. I'll be back. Okay guys, welcome back. We're gonna cut into this delicious cake. You can see the layers there. I can't wait to try this, and I think you guys are gonna love it too. Look at those layers. The only thing better would be if we drizzled a little bit of caramel over the top, but otherwise, perfection, you guys. Mm, mm. The cinnamon in the crust is perfect. Enjoy.